You're welcome to my channel. In today's video, we're going to look at the cost of starting a bar soap business. How much is needed, the quantity you are to produce with that amount you invest, the profit you are going to make, some risks that you are going to face, some challenges that you are going to face. We're going to also look at the flow chart on how to produce the soap and how you are going to distribute. So it's a wonderful journey. Stick to the end of this video and you will not regret it. Now, before we begin, don't forget to subscribe, click on that notification bell. One of the most important things that you will do for us is to like this video. Now, let's quickly look at equipment. Number one is the molds. We have to budget 20,000 naira for mold, manual cutter 20,000. You will heat the oils, and so you need pot. Let's assume that we are buying it for 20,000 naira. You will need drying trays. After molding, you will dry them. So let's budget 30,000 naira for those trays. And then we need stick blender that will really blend and mix the soap very well. So let's budget 12,000 naira. The thermometer for measurement of the temperature of our mixture is 20,000 naira. We will always measure the quantity, so we need a scale which will give us 10,000 naira. Then containers for mixing these chemicals, we budget 10,000 naira for those containers because we can use some solid or heavy plastics. And then we can also go for gloves and goggles, which will give us 5,000 naira. And then spatula for further stirring of the mixture, that will give us 7,000 naira. Now let's budget 100,000 naira as the amount we are going to use to buy the chemicals, the perfumes, and other raw materials that we need to start production. So 100,000 naira will go for that. Total of this will give us 284,000 naira. This is the amount you need to start bar soap business. Now, you should take note of this. It could be less, it could be higher, depending on the quantity of production, the scale. If you want to start, very small scale, this will be too much. You can start with 50,000 naira without buying much of these things, and then you start locally, maybe at home you produce. Now let's take a quick look at the flow chart. We have the fats and oils that will be needed. We also have dyes, the color, the perfume, which is very important, the soda or lime, and then all this will be introduced to the vessel, which will mix, and the process is called saponification. And then we have the cooled soap, which should be allowed to cool and cure for either 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or 1 month, as the case may be. And then your soap is ready for packaging and distribution. So it's a very simple process, and if you know how to manufacture soap, you know that it's a very simple process. It could either cooling method or the hot method, whichever method you choose to use. So soap making is very easy. Now let's look at the business analysis itself. In Rivers State, this bar of soap is sold 300 naira, while this one is sold for 100 naira, as tiny as this one is, and also this one is 300 naira, as tiny as it is, very small. Now from the table you can see it very clear that 1 bar of soap will give us 40 naira as cost of production, 40 naira, and then we add 20 naira as profit. This is obtainable, it's real. And then if we are having 20 naira as profit per bar of soap, let's assume that we are producing 2,500 bars of soap. That means we are to have the cost of production will be 100,000. Remember, we budgeted 100,000 for raw materials and production, so we are actually within the range of our estimation. Now, if we are getting 20 naira, if we produce 2,500 bars, definitely 20 times this will give us 50,000 naira as profit. Now, if you have a bike or a car for distribution, then you do it by yourself. As a beginner, you don't need to look for a distributor that will tell you that his commission is this and that. You can actually start by yourself until you make some registrations. That way, your business will not be shut down. So, if you have a car for distribution or even a bike, you can actually double the production to let's say times 3, which is 7,500 bars of soap. That will give us 300,000, and the cost of producing that will be 300,000 naira, and the profit at the end of the month will be 150,000 naira. This is a small scale business. You can actually do this from your home, from the comfort of your home. This production can take place comfortably. If you just have a room, you are good to go. So it's a very, you can see that is very profitable. If you do this for 12 months, you know what you have. If you do this for 12 months, you know what you have, and then the next year you double production. Now let's look at some of the challenges that you may likely encounter. Number one is susceptibility. People, soap is like food. There are people, soap is like food. People make choices, and some of them are used to a certain type of soap. For them to change and start using your soap that you just bring to the market is difficult. And so you must put in the necessary effort, your advert, for your soap to be accepted. Another thing is bad smell. This you must fight and conquer. Your soap must have the right smell, good perfume, so that when people use it, there will be no complaints. Another thing, the number 3 is soap does not foam well. Now these are complaints that you hear from people that buy different, maybe new product, and then they found out that the soap is not foaming. Now if your soap is foaming well, definitely people will start buying it just because it foams well and is easy to use. So you must make sure that your soap foams well. Another problem is that if your soap melts too fast, then you're not going to gain market. Now, as a beginner, it may be difficult for you to conquer this problem in terms of production, during your production or manufacturing. As a beginner, you must be careful, you must trace, you must do research to conquer this problem of melting too fast. Now, most times, some soap react with people's skin. If your soap react with some persons, 1 or 2 persons, 3 persons skin, and they start complaining, definitely they will mark your soap bad. So many will mark bad your soap. And then you should know that the business you are into, the business you are stepping in is highly competitive. Very, very competitive. You cannot actually count the number of soaps in the market. There are a lot of brands out there. And so for you to break even, is tough. And so you must be ready to face the competition. The business is lucrative, or these are some of the challenges that you are likely to face. Another thing that I did not include there is the cost of raw materials. Most times, the cost of raw materials are unstable. Today you buy, next day you check, the cost of oil has increased, and then you can no longer buy, and the production, the demand is there. A lot of challenges. Every business has its own unique challenges, and so you must not be scared of these challenges, because those that are in the market already face these things and conquer them. So you can also conquer these challenges. This is a very beautiful business that you can step in and make good money. Now let's look at the summary of all that we have said. The amount to be invested is 284,000 naira. The quantity to produce is 2,500 bars of soap. And this will give us 150,000 naira. The 2,500 bars of soap will give us 150,000 naira. Profit from this will be 50,000. So if you invest this amount, you are going to make this as profit per month. Now, if you are making this as profit per month, definitely you will recover this in less than 6 months, which is a very good and lucrative business. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Drop your comments, your own opinion, your own experience in this business. See you in our next video. Bye-bye.